Hey folks, Homer Ibarra here, not on the show floor of Comic-Con 2013, but I find myself behind the convention center basking in the sun, and we've got an area over here where I believe some folks are LARPing. And yeah, so let's...
Not LARP, SCA.
Can you clarify, please?
Society of Creative Anachronism, not LARPing.
All right, that's awesome. Thanks for the clarification. You guys are getting really hardcore over here. Let's talk to some folks and see what, you know, what this is all about. You guys,
Hey, folks. Yeah, so
what's your name?
My name is Brent, or AKA Theo in this organization, and our whole goal here within the SCA, called the Society for Creative Anachronism, is to do what we can to recreate what we want to recreate out of the Middle Ages. So for this event, what you're seeing here at Comic-Con, of course, is the fun of the fighting. But, you know, the SCA does everything that you can think of that has to do with recreating everything between roughly 600 to 1600. CE or AD, as some might call it. And basically we do this. You know, we have fun, we fight, we play, we do all kinds of stuff, and we go drink a beer with each other afterwards.
It seems as if you guys are really committed. I mean, you guys got the armor. It doesn't seem like you're pulling any punches either when you're...
No, we use this thing. It's I might equate it to like a French tournament weapon, as opposed to say a LARPing weapon might be foam and PVC and that sort of thing. What we do is we make our weapons, although they're tournament weapons, so that we don't actually have to take out death and dismemberment policies. You know, they hit as hard and are the same weight as the real weapons, and so we have to have the armor and training to handle that, because we're hitting each other at full speed with clubs, essentially these rattan swords or axes or maces or what have you, and they can do serious damage. And so we train. It's martial art. The reason why we don't call ourselves LARPing, you know, where we don't confuse ourselves in that, is because LARPing, which is also fun, is live action role play, right? Whereas SCA is more of historical reenactment. And we don't get into wizards and fantasy and all that stuff. We sort of create what we understand from research and archaeological evidence and good historiography, and bring that out.
I definitely appreciate the clarification. I certainly didn't want to impose what the perception of what this could be, and it looks incredible. I mean,
this is a demo, and part of our job is to do this, is to talk to folks about what we do, because it's fun and it's Comic-Con. Right inside the doors too, by the way. Inside the doors there's a booth with folks there with even more information that can help even more with everything else. But this group is called the Iron Brigade. It's one of many war-like groups within the SCA, which is an international organization. Is huge, and so we're just one tiny piece of the whole, and we meet each other all the time. We have weekend events constantly, week events where it has to do with actual recreation of stuff, where we learn cooking, sewing, fiber arts, equestrian arts, archery, the whole thing, blacksmithing even, and then we have these things, one might call them a national or regional convention, but for us they're called wars, and we go out and there's anywhere between 500 to 10,000 fighters. Well, I'm sorry, 500 to 10,000 people there, and out of that, you will get, you know, hundreds to thousands of fighters.
So let's talk about the practicality of this. I mean, you got the full. Seems like you got some full body armor. I mean,
a little bit cheap on this. I've got full armor. I've got under armor that's not really quite period. It's mostly mountain bike crash armor, you know, and it's light and I love it, and I'm 40, so going lighter is good at this point. But I've got the metal arms, and I've got the greaves, which are not quite period for what I do, but it's just what I have because there's only so much money in the world. But if you look at all of these guys, you see different forms of armor that they made or bought from actual artisans who make period armor. Like this gentleman here, who's got the leather. He's kind of an earlier period. You've got leather and steel plate. You've got the chainmail here, which is period for pretty much any time frame, and she fights in that very effectively. You've got this guy with the lamellar, very, very effective armor and common in the Middle Ages, especially in the East, which is where his persona is kind of stationed in. You've got her with a coat of plates, all period armor styles. It's just that we get to make them with modern tools, and that's nice. Sure. Yeah. That's real nice. And some of us have aluminum armor. It's kind of cheating, but with that said, I'm 40, so I cheat. Anyway.
Cool. So aside from you know, researching the whole period and all that stuff, do you find that this is really a good way to get physical, to sweat, to work out?
Absolutely. Oh yeah. Well, this isn't just where we go to a tournament or to a war, like I was explaining, or a demo like this at Comic-Con. This is weekly practices. You know, several a week per person. The folks over here, this gentleman here with the white belt. Over there, that guy with the white belt. Those are people who have dedicated themselves so much to fighting that this is, and they have been recognized with their prowess, their skills in fighting, and they have been given for our society, a knighthood, which is rare. I mean, it's not the most common form of award in this society, and you have to really work at it to get it, and he earned it, and he's got it. And so too with Duke Patrick over there, they earned it, and they're extremely good fighters as well as other, as well as proficient in other aspects of what we do. And that makes them pretty awesome, right? And then you've got people that fight for the right to rule, and they have to be the last man standing at the end of a day-long tournament against dozens of opponents. Very physical, very active. It's a martial art. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of training. It's a lot of research. And then we get to come and do stuff like this, which is just pure joy for us, because this isn't competition right here. We're just screwing around, having a great time with each other, and just kind of showing off who we are in the SCA and showing what that is. And so it's fun.
Cool. So to wrap up, let's, you know, if anybody is interested in getting involved, is there a place that they can go to?
Absolutely. Well, with this group, they can go to, if they go onto the website or onto the World Wide Web, they can Google Society for Creative Anachronism. Easier maybe might be to Google the Iron Brigade. And you'll find these guys specifically if they're close to San Diego. But for anybody that's into this idea that's kind of full combat or recreating the Middle Ages from a more historical standpoint, then I would say that they would want to probably just type in Society for Creative Anachronism, and they will find the chapters close to them.
Awesome.
Nationwide and worldwide. So there you go.
Terrific. Thanks for the rundown. I appreciate it. You remind me your name again, sir.
My name is Theo.
Okay.
And you can find right inside the door, and some of the folks are walking around with them. There are these blue flyers, and they'll have more info about the local websites and all that stuff. You know.
Theo, enjoy the rest of your Comic-Con, man. It's fun to watch you guys, and I'll let you go back to battle.
Oh, this guy has probably the most period armor here as far as my period, what I esteem to have at some point. So he's someone to talk to too about really proper armor. That is late period plate armor, fantastic stuff. He did it right. I'm a little jealous, I'm not gonna lie.
It's all good. Thanks again, Theo. Appreciate it. If you guys want more information, he basically broke it down. Rewind the stream, and you know, you can get all the information there. So we're gonna go hit the show floor and bring you more from San Diego Comic-Con 2013.
And we're back, folks.